adventure in Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
This is Pipeman here on the Adventures Pipeman W4CY Radio, and I'm very excited about our next guest because, Jesus, in a bunch of interviews, I've been talking about her, and we didn't get to talk to her directly, so now we do. So welcome to the show, Lyric Noel. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. So, yeah, like I had an interview with 12 Stones about you, and then an interview with Alex about you.
Yes, I love Alex.
Oh yeah, so do I. I do coverage at festivals, and she's been playing at the festivals, and so now we kind of hang out, there because she's totally cool people and a great artist.
She stayed at my house when she toured with Living Dead Girl a few months back.
Nice.
Yeah.
She said you guys are besties when we were talking.
We are.
So, and I gotta tell you once again. You have a collaboration that is just so badass. I can't believe it. And so, yeah, your song Acid Bloom and featuring Stitched Apart. That's not only is the video really cool and the song really cool, but I really love the T-shirts for it too.
Did you get one?
Not yet, because I know, and everybody else has to, or they can't listen to my show. But I'm definitely going to get one because it is badass. I love all the art of music, like music is all kinds of art, and I mean, I looked at that T-shirt under your merch and I was like, wow, that's pretty badass. And there aren't many artists that'll make a shirt for a song. They'll make it for an album, they'll make it for them, but not many that'll make it for a song. So that's pretty cool.
We tried to. A lot of the big bands are doing that. That's I kind of look at music like you want to be big, act big, and you will be.
No doubt about it. So tell us how this collaboration came about.
Well, Acid Bloom was not intended for a feature, actually. And when we signed with Judge and Jury, they encouraged us to find a couple, at least for the album. And I decided that Mixie would be a perfect fit for it because she's I always tell people she's got this cute little, like, almost like alien cyberpunk goth look about her. She's so cute. And she's just perfect for the imagery that I already had in my head for Acid Bloom. Nice.
And I do have to say too, like, there are so many badass women making music now, especially in the metal genre, because it just blows my mind. I'll mess with people, and I'll play something and then I'll tell them that it was a female singing and it blows their mind. It doesn't blow my mind though.
It cracks me up that people still, like, to this day are just shocked by women knowing how to growl. I don't understand. Like, I think we can probably growl better than men because we have to give birth.
right?
You know what I'm saying? I have a 13-year-old son. So,
well, then you definitely need to growl.
I know. Yeah, he's perfect. He's almost as tall as me. So that's weird.
You know what I think it is too is like, I think, first of all, music is passion and emotion, and women have way more passion and emotion than most men. So that plays a role.
I would say so. But I do have to say, my husband, if it wasn't for him, this band would not exist. Honestly, like he writes, composes, he mixes, masters, produces, all of it. All of it. I write the lyrics and come up with the melodies, and he'll help me come up with melodies every once in a while, but you have to be an emotional person to be able to do what he does. So there are exceptions, like you were saying, but yeah.
Exactly.
Most men don't have that, and my husband does.
Well, see, there you go. And that makes sense, because it is funny too, because men aren't supposed to, like, I used to have that in my marriage where she was like, "You're such a girl." And I'm like, that's the stupidest shit I ever heard to say it that way. You know what I mean? And then, like, Because I think nowadays too, way more men are showing their emotions. It was so funny. I was just doing a festival at Bloodstock in the UK, and they had a men's group for exactly that, expressing themselves, and it was led by one of the dudes from a hardcore band. That sometimes you would think, whoa, that dude wouldn't be like that, but he was totally like that. And so that's what's real. And it was Biohazard. So it's like, I think that whole thing hopefully is changing, because I think we're just all humans, really.
We are. And also Sleep Token they're my favorite band on the face of the earth. I don't care what anybody says. But I feel like Vessel has really kind of shown that, hey, it's okay to be sensitive, guys.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And and then I'd look at females like you when you're singing, especially the growls, that the technique that you use just blows my mind. I look at that. I look at the technique, like even like you take Courtney LaPlante,
I love her. She's my favorite female metal singer.
I watch her mouth on stage, and it like opens up like a snake would open their mouth, and it's just like unbelievable technique. And as somebody that when I was a teenager, I would sing thrash metal, but I didn't know what I was doing, that I blew out, you blow out your voice. Like, I think people don't realize how hard it is to really do that properly.
It's not easy. It's a learned skill is what it is.
Exactly.
No one's born knowing how to scream, actually. It actually takes more natural talent to sing.
I believe that 1,000,000%, because I know firsthand that, like, if you do it wrong, most people, then they're trying to do it, they're doing it through their throat and the wrong way, and then it doesn't last long. So I'm even more impressed when somebody can sing like that and have the longevity to still sing like that years later.
Yeah, it's a challenge, because when I first started doing it again, because I took a break from music for a while, and when I first started doing it again, I was not doing it correctly, and it hurt. So yeah, I started, like, I always try to warm up before we practice or before I get on the mic. Sometimes I don't warm up, but warming up and learning how to do your techniques properly is really what's going to set you apart from the people that blow their voices out in 5 years. So
totally. I was just seeing like Heidi from the Butcher Babies on one of her posts, and I'm friends with her, and she was like talking about she's first learning how to tunnel scream now. And like,
oh yeah,
I didn't even know that was a technique.
Yeah, I don't do those. I think they sound cool. I just don't do those.
So what is it that started this whole journey in music for you?
Like from day one, or just like...
Yeah, day one. Let's go back to day one.
Oh my God. When I was little, I really loved The Lion King and Pocahontas, and I used to sing all the songs from those movies, and I sang in talent shows, and my parents like business picnics or whatever, and I would wear the little Pocahontas dress, and that's kind of how I discovered that I could sing. And then it turned into NSYNC and Britney Spears. And then I discovered Nirvana, and then the gates started opening to other genres besides hip hop and pop music, and Disney songs. But then I discovered Kitty. That was my first realization. Like, I want to be a metal singer. And
nice.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, they just played recently at that festival I was just at too, and they are awesome.
I know. We went and saw them play in 2024, I think, and I got to meet all of them except for the singer, so that was cool. But I feel like I'll meet her eventually.
I'm sure you will.
I have to tell her, like, dude, you inspired me, because she. If it wasn't for me discovering Kitty, I don't know if I would be having this conversation with you here today.
Yeah, right. And so, what is it that you love now about singing the way you sing now? And what do your parents think about your growling?
I don't really have a relationship with my parents.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, I don't really. I don't know what they think, but I don't care.
Nice.
But like I've improved, I guess. Like, I mean, I didn't think when I was 5 that I was going to be doing a metal band. I just wanted to sing, but I guess growing up like awkward and the goth kid and stuff, it just kind of made sense and it felt right, you know?
Exactly.
I never really felt like I fit in as a kid, you know? And then when I discovered metal music and rock music, I kind of feel like I found my niche.
And that's where all the outsiders can be insiders. Like, I think people don't realize that. You go to like even a metal festival, and I always like to say there's no assholes at a real metal festival, and everybody's on the inside, and we're one big family.
Everybody's so nice at metal shows.
Oh, I'll tell you a funny story about that. So one weekend years ago, I had to cover 2 different festivals at the same time, and there was no way I was going to do that. So I had this girl that worked for me at the radio station, and I said, "Okay, you're going to cover this festival for me." And she had never been to a rock show ever. She was a country girl, and she was really scared because of the scary metalheads and the scary mosh pits. I'm like, let me just tell you something. First of all, we're one big family. You'll meet the nicest people you ever met. People fall down in the pit, they get picked up. Nobody's out there to hurt people. It's not like your country shows that you're going to where a bunch of rednecks are getting drunk on Jack Daniels and kicking the crap out of each other.
I'm more scared of country shows than I
exactly.
am metal shows.
Exactly. That's what I was saying, And I said, you'll probably make some new friends. You might even, meet a new boyfriend or whatever. So after the end of the weekend, she comes back and she's like, "Oh my God, you were so right. Everybody was so nice. I made all these new friends, and I teabagged this guy, and he's now my boyfriend. And I have this, yes, and I have this new favorite band. They're called Bring Me the Horizon. I don't know if you know of them." I'm like, "Yeah, I think I might know who they are."
Maybe. They're actually going to be doing a song with Courtney LaPlante. I'm so excited about that.
That is pretty exciting because they're one of my favorite bands, and I love her. Like, she's
Have you
awesome.
met her?
She's one that I haven't met yet, believe it or not. And I've met almost everybody out there, but she's one I haven't met yet.
I've heard.
Weirdly
she's
enough.
So nice.
Well, she's Canadian, right? So that goes with being Canadian. Like Canadians that's the stereotype that they're so nice and they're sorry about everything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm friends with Full Metal Jessie, and she's good friends with Courtney, and she was just telling me that she's just a wonderful person, and well, that's so cool.
Well, it is cool to hear stuff too, because a lot of times I think people talk shit about people in the music industry.
They do.
And they're just because they're the assholes. Because as press, I experience that, and I don't listen to anybody, but like I'll hear other press people saying shit about people. Perfect example was like that a bunch of press people would tell me, "Oh, Amy Lee, she's a bitch," and I didn't listen to them, and I'm like in love with Amy Lee. I think she's like amazing with an amazing voice and all that. And I found the exact opposite. I found her to be the coolest, nicest person ever. Like, so I don't listen to people. I don't think anybody else would.
I feel like 9 times out of 10, it's like how these artists are approached by people too.
Totally.
Because sometimes I can be bitchy. If you come at me sideways, I'm gonna come at you head first. So I'm kind of, but I'm also
what
really
if you have
nice.
a bad day? Or what if it's like you're stressed out before your gig, or you're tired after your gig? Like, you got to take certain things into account. But most of the time, and I'll say it as far as press people, it's because of the press people. Because
probably
they do stupid shit sometimes, and then like. One of my friends, too, is Nita Strauss. And we had a conversation one time after an interview and it was at Rock on the Range, like one of the biggest festivals and biggest press area. And we were talking about women in metal, and she's like, yeah, there's about 7 press people in here I'll never do an interview with ever again. And it
Really?
was, yeah, because some of these assholes, I'll say it right out, they try to get clicks by shock jockeying the artists, and then when it comes with the women, they're still doing the gatekeeping. And like, dude, it ain't the 80s anymore. It's 2026. Stop with the gatekeeping. That's the way I kind of
Yeah.
look at it,
I know.
And so, yeah, like they were making comments to that effect of being a woman, and being a shredder. And it's like, it doesn't matter if it's a male or a woman. Like, if you're good at your craft, you're good at your craft.
Exactly.
Simple.
I know.
So, and that's what I think about you, because you are a badass. And in all these songs that you are with other bands, you're a badass. Like, so, you're like the talk of the town in collaborations, I kind of feel like.
That's awesome. I love that.
Right. And here, no different. Like, I was watching the video for Acid Bloom, and man, that was such a killer video. It's a killer song, and the video's super killer too.
I know. My husband's best friend, he came up with the concept for the video. And
Nice.
he's also kind of our like operations manager. Our band manager is Chris Bianchi with CB Entertainment. And
yes, I know him well.
I know. He told me a lot of good things about you.
Well, that's good. They're all lies, but that's good.
He had nothing but good things to say. I forgot what I was saying. It was before that.
It was about the Acid Bloom and everybody that's working on the video.
Oh, the guy who helped come up with the concept for Acid Bloom also came up with the concept for our best performing music video on YouTube, which is Cry Little Sister.
Nice.
Yeah, we did a cover of it that went mega viral on its own. Like, I didn't run any ads or anything like that. Right now it's sitting at, I believe, 4.4 million on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I think sometimes that's how it happens. Like, and sometimes it's better off not doing anything, and something like it just takes off like that.
Yeah, I know covers kind of already have their own built-in marketing, which is
exactly.
Originals are different. They are a little bit harder to get to reach people, but you just got to keep going until something sticks.
Well, because the algorithm will pick up the cover almost as if it is the original, if it's a popular one, Mm-hmm. So that makes sense. So what else do you want to let the listeners know about that you got upcoming?
Well, I have another song coming in the fall. I can't give too many details yet because nothing is quite set in stone, but we do guaranteed have another song coming out in the fall with another feature.
Nice.
Yeah.
So tell me, all these features and collabs that you do, how do they come about?
The 12 Stones feature, the label approached me about that, and it was kind of out of my element, right? It was a little bit different from what I normally do, but I figured I accept that just to kind of show people my versatility as an artist. So that was a fun one. And then I handpicked Mixie for Acid Bloom, and then this next feature I also hand chose.
Nice. And I think that's another thing I have found is that the women in metal love doing these features and collabs. And I think that is what's badass about it too. It's like there's no real competitive thing going on.
Not really, no.
Let's just make music together.
Because we have to support each other. I feel like women are kind of under attack in general in a lot of spaces, but especially the metal space. And
for sure.
Yeah, and bands like Spirit Box are really kind of rewriting the rules. And I love that.
Which I'm very happy about. Or you take like Ginger too. Tatiana's another
Poppy.
badass. Yep, they're all badasses, and again, I contribute it to the passion and the emotion, but also the fact that you do need to stand out, and you do make a stand, and that you work together. And I think that helps when you're supportive of each other, because it's not true in every industry, unfortunately. And I think if women did set aside certain things and work together in every industry, that every industry would be dominated by females.
Yeah, because the world wouldn't go around without us.
There you go. So tell everybody how they can reach out to you, connect with you, not only on socials, but also buy your merch, because they can't listen to my show, like I said, unless they buy your merch. And anything else you want to let them know.
If you're not already following us, you can find me and my band under Lyric Noel Official on TikTok and Instagram. Lyric Noel Music on Facebook. Lyric Noel Official on YouTube. And I think I covered all the bases on that one. And our merch can be found at www.lyricnoel.com.
Nice. Do you have any final words you want to leave our listeners with?
Thanks for having me.
Those are good words. Well, thanks for being here. Like I did say to Chris, I'm like, it's kind of ridiculous that I keep doing all these interviews and they are about Lyric Noel. I think I should actually talk to her.
I did a collab with Alex too. I like completely just slipped my mind. It was a couple years ago though. Yeah, I saw her on TikTok. I had been seeing her and I thought she was just the cutest person ever. So I sent her a message and she was just as nice as she looked.
Like, she's totally a sweetheart.
I know.
And I love her hair. My hair used to be blue, and her hair, oh my God, all I think about, because I used to do my hair, is like how much work she must do to have that so perfect the way it is.
She does. If she lived here, I'm actually a hairdresser. I own a salon out
nice.
Here. And I told her, if you move to Texas, you're not going anywhere else.
Yeah,
the type of stuff that Alex does to her hair is the stuff that I specialize in.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It's funny too. Like at Bloodsuck, I was just at, they had dude there. Apparently, he's pretty famous over there, called the heavy metal hairdresser.
I know him. He follows us.
See, that's pretty cool. Well, you're cool. Your music's badass, and thanks for being on the Adventures of Pipeman.
Oh no, thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.